I see a lot of these hormonal households, I think, coming into existence recently.
Yeah.
Maybe it has to do with the fact that, some women had children a little bit later in life, but you've got a woman in perimenopause or menopause who are parents.
Yeah.
And then you've got a child who's 13, 14, 15, 16. And in fact, my sister-in-law is going through it right now. She's in menopause. My little nephew's 14. They've got a hormonal household for sure. I get there and it's just quadruple, it's like so much going on. But can we talk about that? Because I think we're seeing it more in balancing it and dealing with it and understanding it is, I think, something all new we're learning in real time.
I mean, I certainly learned it in real time because I think about children and teenagers, and I don't really think about middle age and perimenopause and menopause. Wasn't even on my radar. But what I think is so fascinating is what's going on in an adolescent brain is, if you think about it, it's renovating. It's going through a renovation, and there's so many hormones involved. And it's not just about getting your period, but that is a huge part of it for girls who are going through that period. And they have a developing brain. So their frontal lobe is not fully developed. It doesn't fully develop until you're like somewhere between 18 and 28 years old. Before that, it's a little bit more all gas, no brakes. And it's brilliant and amazing, but it's got, and also you are taking in so much information and you're learning so quickly as a teenager, as an adolescent, but you don't have as much access to self-regulation because you're not, that part of the brain that is best at self-regulation is housed in the frontal lobe. So if your prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed, you're not going to be able to self-regulate so beautifully. Now, when you hit perimenopause, all of a sudden the light around the frontal lobe is a little dimmer. So if my frontal lobe isn't as easily lit up, let's say.
Energy.
And that's where self-regulation is housed. And I'm raising an adolescent who's also struggling to regulate. That's going to be a very tense household if we're not really aware of this.